Buying a console for one game is not the smartest choice. Do I regret buying a PS5? Do I feel like I've gotten my money's worth? These are the kinds of questions I've asked myself these 4 to 5 months since Spider-Man 2 released. Here's my perspective as to how it's been so far. So yes, I did in fact buy a PS5 for Spider-Man 2, and I can already hear little Benjamin in the blue striped shirt shouting at me.
But Googs, you're paying almost $800 for a 10-minute game. But Googs, it will release in PC in 2 years. But Googs, you're broke.
And yes, while some of this may be true, you gotta understand, it's Spider-Man. During my time playing the game, I had a couple sad realizations. First of all, I was super excited for Peter to get the symbiote, but it was such a quick phase in the game. And talking about a quick phase, the game was super short for my liking. I finished the game within a couple of days, including getting the Platinum Trophy. And on top of this, we have to wait ages for some DLC. At least we're supposed to get New Game Plus and some new suits soon, but I still would have liked to see them sooner. Anyway, despite all that, I still enjoyed the game. I loved the game, and it was everything I'd hoped for in the Spider-Man sequel. But does the grand power of Spider-Man 2 justify buying a whole PS5? Let's break this down to 3 topics: complacency, temptation, and acceptance. When I talk complacency, I talk about being content with the various modes of gaming I have accessibility to pre-Spider-Man 2 era. Does that make sense? I was a PC gamer who was happily occupied with this endless backlog of Steam games. Despite getting hyped when the reveal trailer for Spider-Man 2 came out, I was already content. I was happy playing my Steam games, finishing that backlog, and just getting those hours done. At this time, I felt that getting a PS5 would just make me feel even more guilty about burning my wallet, because A, I've already spent tons of money on PC games, so I should probably play them. B, these games will already take me more than a lifetime to finish, so why should I add more games on top of that for more time that I don't even have? C, my PC is already powerful enough for most modern games, so just getting a PS5 would not give me any noticeable performance gains at all. And D, it's just a lot of money, man. With this mindset and this reasoning, I was able to set forward and play some games that I hadn't even gone around to touch yet. I finally finished Hades, Hollow Knight, Cyberpunk 2077, Spider-Man Remastered on PC, Miles Morales on... Maybe I should just get it. I had done so well at being complacent with life before a PS5. But it really didn't help that I went ahead and bought the Spider-Man games on Steam when they came out on PC. I had the original 2018 version of Marvel Spider-Man on the PS4, but the moment I heard it dropped on Steam, it was an instant cop for me. I then grew into this new unhealthy mindset that if I already bought a game that I already established I loved, then I could fork out the big bucks for a game with a new experience on a new console. And then on top of that, of course Insomniac had to drop the banger trailers, the banger promotions, and I just couldn't resist. Well played, Insomniac, well played. So now that I've accepted that owning a PS5 was a canon event in my life, where do we go from here? After you get the Platinum Trophy for Marvel Spider-Man 2, there's not a whole lot of endgame content. There are a lot of videos out there covering what to do after beating Spider-Man 2, and almost all of them involve finding Easter eggs, mini NPC scripted encounters, and riding a bike. For me personally, the reason I keep picking up the game is to either replay the story with like just a whole bunch of different suits, or just to enjoy the mechanics of the game, because that swinging is just top tier. As you can see, it clearly didn't take that much for me to get Spider-Man 2. It really didn't take much convincing at all. But this acceptance doesn't have to stop here. Although this one game was my primary motivation in the PS5, I wasn't about to let my money go to waste. Stuff it, let's add a bonus word. It's still going to go under acceptance, but I'm just going to add this in. Welcome to justification. This is the place where I can talk about my PS5 in hopes that I'm able to convince myself that my purchase was really worth it. While this video primarily talks about Spider-Man 2, it's far from the only thing that makes a PS5 worth purchasing. Obviously. Reason 1. PlayStation's exclusives. PlayStation is home to an undeniably great range of games. We've got exclusive titles like God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, even though it's coming on PC soon. I regret buying it. Demon Souls, The Last of Us Parts 1 and 2 with its endless remasters. As a PC gamer, it's nice to see that these PlayStation titles are slowly transitioning over to a PC port, but they still take roughly around a minimum of 2 years for it to hit the platform, and an impatient soul like me, no can do. Having access to a PlayStation 5 has given me the opportunity to try out games I've been locked away from for so long. I'd finally gone to play God of War Ragnarok, and wow, it's a top tier game with top tier gameplay, and I can't believe I got away with 0 spoilers before playing it. I've also recently just started a playthrough of Horizon Forbidden West, and the graphics are just super crisp. I can't wait for it to drop on PC, but at the same time, I already spent money on the PS5 version, so anyway, Horizon Forbidden West is good. Reason 2, DualSense controller. Now I don't really have much to say about this section except haptic triggers and detailed rumble equals good. Underrated controller moment is breaking the Sandman crystals and then you just hear the snap and you feel it in your controller. If you know, you know, but that's my top tier controller moment in the game. Honestly, I still prefer the simplicity and the feel of the Xbox controller, but honestly, that's a debate for another day. Reason 3, Spider-Man. While yes, the most compelling reason to get a PS5 is for the exclusive titles, I feel like that in itself is worth it if you value the library that PlayStation provides for its consumers. At the end of the day, you buy a console to play games. Now it's just a question of how far are you willing to go to play the games that you like. How much do you value each exclusive, and how far will you go to play them? How much do you value each exclusive, and can you live without playing them? For me, Spider-Man 2 was just one of those games that I couldn't miss out on. But I do understand that you could easily just watch the game on YouTube, easily play through the game at a friend's house. But for me personally, it was just something that I couldn't miss out on. And I've still barely grazed what the PS5 has to offer, so I'm left excited to play what I've missed out on over all these years. To answer the question, do I regret buying a PS5? Simply put, no, I don't. I don't regret buying a PS5. But I've only played 3 games. God of War Ragnarok, Forbidden West, and now Marvel Spider-Man 2. But to me, I just can't justify paying that much for just 3 games and around 60 hours of playtime. But I don't regret buying a PS5 because there's so much more for me to play. It's not just Spider-Man 2, it's not just God of War, it's not just Forbidden West. There's a whole plethora of games that I haven't even touched. And I hope that I don't just go back to my PC and just play Fortnite and that's it. But I still do think that the PlayStation 5 still deserves a spot in my room. I'm not planning on selling it anytime soon. There's still so many games I'm yet to play, so many games I'm still playing, but yeah, I don't regret it. If you want to check out my other videos, you can see it's my first video. Thanks for watching my first video, guys. Have a good day. Bye.